Hi friends, welcome to my humble homestead and garden side chat. So today I am going to do some really simple batch cooking for some more freezer meals. I know you're saying, Trina, your freezers must be so full. Well, they're pretty full, but you know what? I'm super excited to not have to go out in the cold and drive myself into Fargo and get groceries. And some of the foods I've made with super fresh vegetables, so they're preserved that way. Now these, I actually have these frozen organic vegetables that I picked up at Aldi. And this is how I'm going to use some of these. So it's going to show you how you can make some super quick and easy meals. And what I like to do is to batch cook when I'm cooking and then freeze some of them for a later time. So what I did was I took one of my whole chickens and I had made it in the slow cooker the other day. Oh, one moment. I actually have some eggs baking in the oven. So I'm going to make some bacon breakfast sandwiches also that we can individually wrap and freeze. So let me check those. Be right back. Okay, thank you for waiting. So yes, I'm going to make some bacon, egg, and cheese individual sandwiches on some English muffins that I got. So yeah, I'm going to do those. I'm going to do this super easy fried rice, and I'm going to do some chicken broccoli casserole. And then if I have some time, I'm going to do a beef pot pie with some of the ground beef that I can, but you can certainly brown yours up. That works just fine. And then I had a request from one of my viewers. She wanted me to use my Zapple pie filling and make a pie and show how we can thicken it. So hopefully we can get to all of this. And I was going to go out to my friend's farm today. Hi, Deb. But it is harvest season. So I think she was hoping I could drive a semi and come out and help her today. No. But Deb, next weekend, hopefully I'm willing to learn. If you want to teach me, I know I'm a little scared, but if you want to teach me, then next year I'll help you out. Okay. So I was going to pick up my grandson early from daycare and we were going to go out and see our farm, but it is just the height of harvest season here in North Dakota. I know I cleaned out my garden yesterday. I have some stuff here. I have some stuff out on my patio that I need to bring in, green tomatoes, things like that. So I understand Deb. I know she felt bad. She was texting me all morning, but you know what? Driving home from Fargo yesterday morning, I was just praying for all those farmers harvesting. It was such a beautiful sight and hoping that they get a good return on their harvest. So seed time and harvest. It's harvest time now, everybody. So anyway, so yes, I need eggs. I know I haven't, I don't want to touch my water glass one. So I had some for the fried eggs. So I have the ones for the sandwiches. So I'm going to use some of my hard-boiled ones in the fried rice. Why not? I'm going to use what I have. Anyway, so what I did was I made up 2 Instapots full of rice here. I made one of brown rice, and then I made a half a full one of jasmine rice. I thought it would be good to kind of mix it. And I'm just going to throw in these hard-boiled eggs that I have. Eggs are eggs, you know, they're just not fried. And then what I did, like I said, I was saying that I made this whole chicken in my crock pot. And then right now I have the carcass and I have it wrapped in a cheesecloth, my stuff from the freezer. You know, I keep my onion and carrot ends and celery ends. So I have that, and I'm just going to make some bone broth out of that. So what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to use the chicken for the fried rice, and I'm going to use it for my broccoli casseroles, and then that's it. And then for the other ones, I'm going to use beef, and eggs. So that works up great. So super easy. We're going to put these together, and then I'm going to freeze them up, maybe have a little bowl of this for dinner because I'm super excited about this fried rice. Now, let's just work on one right now. So we're going to do this. I'm going to take, I hope this bowl is big enough, you guys. If not, I'll have to just divide it up. So I'm going to take a bunch of this chicken that I just kind of shredded up. There we go. And I got the egg. And then I'm going to save the rest for my casserole. Now, I really garlicked up my rice really well. I did. I put lots of garlic. I put turmeric. I put, just a bunch of stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a good half a cup of sesame oil in here. Drippy, drippy, drippy. I'm just going to drizzle that over the top. Now, I could have just added that to the rice and mixed it up and tossed it around in the rice. That would have might been a little helpful too. But I'm just going to add that in, mix it up a little bit to that. Now, I didn't have I dug out some ginger, but I already used it. I'm going to try to dig up some more. My ginger and my potatoes are really small, so I'm going to let them go a little bit more because I think when they're underground, they can handle the frost. So I'm just going to use a little bit of the ginger that I had in the freezer. And I'm going to use a little bit of ginger root powder in there. Just to add a little more ginger flavor to my fried rice. Then I'm going to mix it up. I'm trying to be careful because this is really, I probably really wish I had a bigger rice bowl or like a huge roaster. I really want like a big, one of those really big like Nesco roasters or, one of those big roasters. I don't have one of those, but if I had like a 22 quart roaster, that would be really good to mix all of this in. So smells really good. That sesame oil. I'm going to chop up the rice. So I want to get this mixed up before I add the vegetables to mix it up here. And then now the recipe calls for soy sauce. For my health and just, hormone imbalance stuff that I dealt with, I don't like to use soy products. So I like to use coconut aminos. You can, in the stores, you can get Bragg's, which works fine. I like this kind on Amazon. It has a little bit of a sweeter flavor, but there's no soy in it. And this is the one that I just like. I can link it below. But, if you shop in the store, you can get Bragg's, which I have in the spray. I use that on the stove. And I'm going to put, let me see here what the recipe says. It says 2 cups. I thought it was going to be a good cup. I figured I would have did a cup. So I'm going to start with a cup here. Now I guess I'm going to do 2 cups because that's a lot of rice. There we go. And you can get these in the gallon. This is a little bit more expensive, but honestly for my health, it's just worth it. And that's why I do all this. And this makes a lot. This will make a lot. So I'm going to do that. Mix it up. And now I think I'm going to start adding some of the vegetables in. So like I said, I just have some organic mixed vegetables. And I got an organic stir-fry vegetable mix too. That I am going to throw these in here. So I'm going to do the stir-fry ones first. That's kind of big. I guess I could have chopped those up a little bit more. And then these are just literally the mixed vegetables. I'm going to mix these in first. And that is it. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put these in some different freezer dishes. I have some more of these coming that I ordered on Amazon. They're supposed to come today. They're not here. And I was going to pick up my grandson at daycare, but that fell through, which is fine. But I do want to go over and at least have some playtime with my grandkids. So I didn't want to wait. I wanted to get this done. And so, yeah. So I thought I'll just put them in some regular containers and transfer. You can either bake them. Usually you just bake this when you heat it. You take out of the freezer, defrost it, and bake it. So yeah, this, you guys, looks so easy and so amazing. I'm going to add another thing of vegetables in here. I actually took out some corn and peas too, because I needed these vegetables, the other ones that I had for my pot pie, and I thought if I wanted more vegetables, I can just add some corn and peas, because that's what I had. Because honestly, I like those better than the carrots anyway, which are where the carbs are. I know all my friends are yelling at the screen right now, telling me that. I know. But this is rice. So, okay, let's throw it out here too. If y'all are keto, because I know here, I'm going to do the keto version. You can use cauliflower rice in here. And you can use different vegetables that don't have the corn and the peas in them. There you go. Make it keto friendly, everybody. So there you have it. The other one that I'm going to do is going to be super keto friendly. And the breakfast sandwich that I'm going to do, I am going to do it with English muffins, but I did find some keto tortillas and low carb tortillas, because I was going to make a fajita chicken freezer dump, but my peppers didn't work out this year. So I was going to go to a farmer's market, but I went into town yesterday morning, not this weekend. So I need to get some peppers, you guys. I need to get some peppers, and I really do. I have some tomatoes in the freezers, but I didn't really have a lot of tomatoes this year either. So next year, I'm going to make some adjustments to my garden. And like I said, you know, gardening was never my thing. I'm learning. So, but I think I'll be okay with food this winter. I think so. It's just me. My son keeps saying, Mom, you're one person. But I have some exciting things coming up. So one of my other leads at work, we were chatting last night, and we thought, let's plan a girls' night at my house. Her and her sister can come. Mary, if your husband wants to drive you here from South Dakota, or any of my other lead friends, or my other friends, you know, from work or whatever, y'all are welcome. We're going to have a game night. I'll make some wine if you guys want wine. It's fine. They're going to pack a little bag so they don't have to drive home, because I do not believe in, you know, that. And they wouldn't drive home anyway. And I told them, I said, watch my videos. You guys pick out something you want me to take out of the freezer, and we can have some cowboy candy. So I thought it would be so fun. We're going to have a girls' night and have a game night. So yeah, so it's going to be more than me, you guys, eating this food. I'm super excited. So see, there's a method to my madness. I'll cook and the people will come. So I'm super excited about it. Oh my gosh. Yeah. All right. So this is looking pretty good, everybody. What do you think? And it smells really, really good. Okay. So let's get some dishes going. All right. So I'm going to use these ones here. I can pull the air out. So I'm going to fill these up, and then I'll just label them and freeze. And for just, and I am doing a little bit smaller ones. I think since I have so much, I have a really big like cake pan, tinfoil one. I think I'm going to do one of those, and that way I have a feeling my friend Gail and her sister might want fried rice. So I'm going to do a big one just in case we do that when they come out. So you heard that. Anyway, so I'm going to do that, but this is perfect size for me. That's good for, you know, a good 2-3 meals. So yeah, that's because it has the chicken and it has protein. It has everything in it. And then I usually do like to have a little fermented food, so I can take some, you know, fermented veggies out of the fridge and have that with that. So anyway, where I was going with that is, for the sake of time, I am going to set this aside and load these up into my freezer containers. After the video, I will show you a picture how much I get, because it'll be a good amount. And then we're going to move on to the next one, okay? So let me move this over. All right. And I guess I didn't use these, so I'm going to put these away. Okay, you guys. So this one is a super easy. It's called a chicken and broccoli. Touch my hair, so now I gotta wash my hands again. Okay, I'm back. All right. I would love to wear my hair up in a pony, but it's hard for my neck and my headaches, so that's why I don't. But anyway, back to reality. This is going to be a chicken and broccoli casserole, okay? I have to get the cheese. Oh, and I got a whole bag of stuff for Deb's girls, her chickens, because my composter, because I emptied out my garden, is so full. I have this big pile of stuff I need to stuff down in there. So all of my, my eggshells and all my ends from cutting everything up. And then the other night I cooked too. So I was going to bring a whole bag of stuff out for her girls. But if I go out next week, I think I'll just stick them in the freezer. So I hope that's okay, Deb. Anyway, next year I hope to have chickens and then I can feed my own girls. But anyway, back to this again. I get sidetracked. So, okay. So what I did was, normally what the recipe calls for is it calls for a layer of potatoes. Okay, so a bottom layer of potatoes. I put some coconut oil on the bottom I thought I made some bacon and I was going to use bacon grease. That actually probably would have been really good. But then, because I have so much zucchini over there, I decided I'm going to also use some zucchini, because what's not better than more vegetables, right? Right. Also, now, to make this is keto friendly for all of my friends who also just emptied out their gardens and who don't want to use potatoes, we have all this butternut squash and all the different kinds of squash we've been showing pictures of. So instead of using your potatoes, you can use your squashes, your different squashes or your different vegetables, and just skip out the potatoes. All right, there you go. There's your low carb. All right, so I have the potatoes and the zucchini in. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to put a layer of chicken. I forgot. Sorry. Layer of onions. I used up all my onions, so I took those out. So just a light layer of onions. There we go. And then the layer of chicken. A layer of chicken in each of them. Okay, so we got that. Then I think we do broccoli. Let me look at my recipe here. All right, so we are going to do some broccoli. Same thing, organic, frozen from Aldi. Just because that's another thing, my broccoli and it started growing, it just never went into a full, I don't know what happened, but there's always next year. There's always next year, and we just figure out what works. And if you guys aren't gardening, here's an option for you. I'm just going to add some broccoli here. See if we can get a whole nother layer up on here. I think this is going to be so good with the cheese. And I did take out mozzarella and, I took Italian and mild cheddar, but I think I'm just going to do the cheddar, because I think something about broccoli and cheddar is just good. My mailman drove by again. Maybe he brought my pans. Hi, Brian, if you're watching. Thank you for delivering my mail. I appreciate you. If you want some cowboy candy, let me know, and I'll leave it out in my mailbox for you. Just comment below, okay? I don't know if I don't have a lot of men that watch my channel, so I don't know if Brian watches, but he's a really nice mailman. We just have nice workers in a small town. That's really a nice thing. So I'm going to put some cheese over it. Some cheese. See how this one is really easy to convert to keto friendly, you guys. Just take out the potatoes and add some more veggies or squash, okay? So that works out really well. I try to make it adaptable for everybody. I know my Canadian peeps, my Canadian sis, they have been very faithful. Her husband lost over 100 pounds doing keto. I did try keto, and my body's just really weird. I actually gained on it. And I really think that a lot of it has to do with my medication and my health. I know my kids, my son Matthew, he lost, Ryan, they lost a lot of weight. I mean, not that they were ever really large, my kids, but it works for a lot of my family members and a lot of people I know. I think my nephew also, just a lot of people. It really is. It's really a good way of living for a lot of people. So I have nothing negative to say about it. It just, unfortunately, there's a lot that does not work for me. Unfortunately, I have to really be very diligent. And for me, it's really activity and exercise. I have through my health insurance, I have a Omada coach, and I'm really, I try to move more. I try to eat really healthy, try not to eat late. So, and I work really, you guys see what I eat. I don't, there are, I don't eat, I do add creams and butters but just because I don't want to eat unnatural things, but I don't eat a lot of it. My portions, I do show you what I eat. So I don't eat big portions. I don't eat before, well, it used to be between 10 and 6, but now since I work till 11 and my dinner break isn't till 5:30 or 6, I decided to switch it between 11 and 7. And I work until 11 a.m. till 7 p.m. And I work till 11 at night, so that gives me enough hours for my body to metabolize the food. So for me, the biggest thing is really making sure I add that activity. If I'm not moving, not only does it not help my health, but it also, I'm pushing this down because these zucchini, I didn't really cut them up too small. And it really just doesn't help. So I've been really diligent on this, and I've been down, I think I'm down like 6 pounds. It's really a challenge for me, but I'm not gaining, I'm losing. It's just a process, and I'm just going to keep with it. And now I'm going to try walking more, that it's fall. When it's super humid, I have a hard time with my asthma and stuff, but it's fall, and the other stress video I showed, I walked 45 minutes that day. Yesterday, I had quite a bit of steps in because I was super busy. I'll go play around with my grandkids today. We'll see what that adds to my my steps today. But I'm busy. I mean, everybody at my work knows I'm busy. Like I think I went to bed at 2 a.m. and then I was up yesterday at 6. So it's definitely not that I'm laying around doing nothing. I am busy, and I pulled my whole garden out yesterday. So, I mean, I'm active. I think I need to always wear my watch. But anyway, that's just my thing. This is my vlogging, my daily. But I'm working at it, and the biggest thing is how do I feel? How am I don't eat junk food. I'm gonna make that apple pie. I might try a slice of it and see how it is. I might bring some over to my kids if they want to try it. I'll see. I asked my kids, and they're like, no, we're fine. So I might just have to bring some over. If they don't want any, I'll see if any of my neighbors want to try it. I won't tell them it's zucchini. I'll just say, hey, you want some apple pie? Oh, yeah. We'll see if they notice. I'll tell y'all. Shh, don't tell them. I don't think my kids watch any of my videos. They always tell me they're too long. So we won't tell them, okay? And then I'll tell you if they know. I'll be like, I'll bring you some dessert. I'll bring over a little bit of fried rice and some apple pie. I offered for my daughter-in-law, but her freezers are stuffed. So, and she's such a good cook and my grandson loves to cook. So they kind of, I don't know if I think I posted on my Instagram. It's like their big deal on the weekends. He is up cooking with my daughter-in-law. It is so cute. He's like, I made French toast today. So he's 2.5. You got to add the half in there. He's going to be 3 in December, but gosh, I love those kids so much. And my granddaughter too, Lily, my grandkids love to cook. Now, J-Law, I asked my daughter-in-law in Minneapolis, I asked her, I'm like, does J-Law help cook? Because there's a couple things I'm like, she would do really good at this. And she's like, oh no, she'd eat it raw. She would just... So I guess everybody has their gifts. But yeah, oh gosh, there's nothing better than being a grandmother. I'm really going to have to cover these really good when I freeze them. I think this one in the glass bowl, I might just put in the fridge and make, what day is it today? Today is Friday. I think I might make this tomorrow and just have it for like Sunday dinner, and then cut it up and then freeze individual, because it's, let me show it. It's really full, and I don't know that I would feel, I mean, I could wrap it and saran wrap and then in tin foil, but I think I'd feel more secure, because I'm really funny about things getting freezer burned. I think I'll feel more secure if I cook it. This is me making decisions with y'all. Let me know what you think. I think I'm going to keep it. I'm going to cook it tomorrow, which will be Saturday. I have tomorrow off, and I don't really have anything other than the chicken broth planned. So I think I'm going to cook this. I'll have it for dinner tomorrow, and maybe have a leftover or whatever of this. Oh, I forgot to add the onions. Snippity snap. Oh, well, there's onions in the bottom. I'll put a couple on top. And then I will just cut up some individual ones and then put them in my little individual containers. Like, I'll show you what I have. I have like these. So these work out really well. So I'll do that this weekend. So let me know what y'all think. I think that will work out good. So let's top this off with some cheese. And I am gonna add a couple little onions, because I forgot the onion layer. And then the onions will be under the cheese anyway, so it's fine. And then we just have to do the breakfast sandwiches and I was gonna do the beef pie and then the pie. And then I'll put everything in things, and we'll show you how many meals we did. You guys, we're getting our freezer so stocked up where I am, and hopefully you guys are doing these. And if you have big families, I mean, even just doing 2 of these, you have one for dinner and one for a future dinner. Hopefully when you work, you know, you have something you can just pull out and make. And, you know, a lot of times, instead of just being, hey, I'm going to pick something up, or, you know, I'm just going to hit a fast food or a drive-through, or just grab some, you know, Panda or whatever. You have fried rice there. You could just make some, I don't know, you could just make a big salad with that. That's got everything else. And just think of, number 1, the money. Number 2, the health benefits. Number 3, the time. I mean, it's just such a great option to have. And then you're not constantly stopping, you know, or you're like, oh, will you run and grab this? Or, you know, it's so many good benefits for it. So that's really why I'm trying to make these, to, you know, help. So, all right, I am going to get these covered, and then I'm going to put the directions on. Let me tell you how we cook these, okay? So for the broccoli chicken casserole, you are going to, oh, I'm not done with them. Oh my gosh, you guys. So heavy cream. Yeah, we got to add the good stuff. All right, so I don't usually have heavy cream in my home. So I have the powdered heavy cream. I get this on Amazon too. I just get the organic. We put half a cup of heavy cream. This is a cup, so I'm just going to divide it between the two. We just drizzle it over the top. This is also keto friendly, my peoples. This is not low fat for me, but it's not bad. I mean, if I just have a little bit. I mean, honestly, a little tiny slice of this is going to be so super filling, you guys. And then butter. So then we're going to take a tablespoon of butter and just kind of put it over the top. So I'm going to cut a tablespoon. So a tablespoon of butter on each. Then I will cover it. So there's one for that one. Then to bake it, so you'll thaw it out in the fridge, and then you bake it 350 for an hour. And then after that, you will sprinkle a little bit more cheese over the top, and then let it bake like 5 minutes till it's melted. There you have it. All right. Okay, you guys, I'm going to cover this, clean this up, and then I'll come back and we'll do the breakfast sandwiches. All right, see you soon. Welcome back, friends. So I've made an executive decision. So I'm going to put these breakfast sausages together, and then I'm going to get my crust done and come back and make that pie for you. But since I have to do the crust and my vegetables are frozen and my ground beef is canned, I'm going to do the beef pot pies another day because I did so much yesterday and I really want to spend time with my grandkids this weekend and I'm worn out. I really am. So I have to pace myself. So I'm going to do this, show you how I package them. And then afterwards, I will show you all the food I got done. And then I'm going to sit down and have something to eat and then come back and get that pie done. Because when my viewers request something, I really like to get it taken care of as soon as I do. I love to share and I really love when you guys request things. So let's get to these breakfast sandwiches. All right. So let me see if I can bring the camera down here a bit. All right. So here's what I did. Now I just took some eggs here, my eggs from my friend Deb and her farm, and I just scrambled them up with a little almond milk, salt and pepper. And as you can see, I added my green powder to it. I can link a link below about how I do my green powder. I use my dehydrated zucchini, some of my dehydrated herbs. I use like my dehydrated broccoli stems, whatever vegetables I have left over, I dehydrate them, then I ground them into Z powder so it's extra nutrition. And that's a lot of times how I sneak veggies in. I don't really have kids, but it's a good way if you do and they don't like veggies, you can sneak some extra nutrition in. All I'm going to do, and so I just bake these. I bake them in the oven so I didn't have to sit over. These were baking while I was putting the other meals together. So I'm just going to take, and I just sliced them into 12 pieces. So I'm just going to take a slice here and I'm going to put, you can butter yours. I'm not going to butter mine because I have bacon on there and I am good with that. So, and then this is my bacon that I have from Seven Sons, which is one of the people that I get my meat from. And then I have provolone cheese. So you can use whatever cheese you want. And I'm just going to take it like this. My hands are a mess from gardening, you guys, and I wore gloves. And then I'm just going to wrap it up in my tin foil like this. And then, obviously I know what it is, but I'll just put, I could put BS for, but breakfast sandwich. And then I put bacon. And then I'm just going to continue doing that. When I get done with them, I'm just going to put them in a freezer bag just to keep them extra. So I'm going to assemble these 12. I got these English muffins at Aldi as well on sale. So yeah, that's all I'm going to do for these breakfast sandwiches. And then, my gosh, you guys, it's so much cheaper than going to one of those fast food places, and you can just pull them right out of the freezer and either toaster oven them or microwave them, and there you are, ready to go. Delish. Okay? So another super easy way to have a quick and healthy meal at home. All right, so I'm going to get these done. I will take some pictures of these meals that I've done. Look at all this fried rice. I got 1, 2, 3, and then this one I'm going to put in the fridge for my meals this week. This I am, because it's so overstuffed, I'm going to cook it and then break it up. And then this one here is another, I'll take a picture of it so you can see it better, but another one of the chicken broccoli casserole. I like wrapped it so many times in saran wrap. It has another tinfoil layer cover that came with, but I like quadruple wrapped it in saran wrap just to give it extra protection for the freezer. Then I put 2 layers of tinfoil over it, and then I'm going to stick that one in the freezer. All right, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 family size meals. It's going to be so many meals for me, you guys, but just that easy. And then all these breakfast sandwiches, there'll be 12 breakfast sandwiches here. And you can easily double these. I just did this. Actually, I only used 10 eggs, but you can easily just do 2 dozen eggs and get 2 packages of these. You can even do, if you wanted to make a keto, you guys, just use the keto breakfast wraps and do breakfast burritos. You can even throw some vegetables in there and make some breakfast burritos. So that's another super easy way to do it. I just thought these sounded good for me. So there you have it. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day and be blessed. And I will come back and show you how I do that pie so you can see how I thicken mine. All right. Have a great day. See you soon. Hi guys, welcome back. So I am going to go ahead and make this pie filling. Ooh, there's a lot of spices at the bottom here. I'm going to scrape out of the jar. This looks like a lot of pie filling in here. So normally what I do with my pie filling is I add, my secret ingredient is tapioca, but I don't have any. So I'm going to try to add a little bit of chia seed in there. It's a little experiment. But the other thing I'm going to add is some organic arrowroot powder. I know some people use flour or cornstarch. If you don't have arrowroot powder, you can use some flour, because I don't personally like to use cornstarch because it is a soy product. And like I said earlier, I don't really like to use soy. But, you know, if you like to use it, that's fine. But I'm just going to use some chia seeds and some arrowroot, and let's see how this will thicken this up for us. I think maybe the next time I make this, I may use some more zucchini than this liquid here, because as you see, it's a lot of liquid. But it really smells good, you guys. So I'm going to go ahead. I see the chia seed is thickening it pretty good. I'm going to add a little bit more of that. This is an experiment because I've never made this before, but we'll see. But normally it's the tapioca I use, but I think chia seeds do thicken them pretty good too. And then arrowroot is what I use kind of in my gravies, things like that. Oh my gosh, this is going to be delicious. All right, let's add this in my crust to kind of pinch my crust a little bit. All right, so I don't know if I'm going to use all of the liquid, but we'll see here. Just going to scrape out most of that zapple. Okay, so now with this, what I might do here, since it's nice and full, is I think I'm just going to strain off this liquid and just take the rest of these zapples in here. I'm going to do that real quick. All right, so here we go. There, that is nice and thick and nice and full. So 1 quart did a pretty good job at that pie. Here, let me get this top crust that I just flattened out with my, so here's how it looks. It is a little liquidy still, but I think that arrowroot and the chia is going to thicken that up nicely. And let's add this top crust over it. I think I might have rolled it out a little bit. Wrap it up underneath. I'm not an expert pie maker, people. Just to let you know. Then I'm going to put this in my oven, which is preheating right now to 375, and I'm going to cook it. I'm going to check it at about 40. I usually cook it between 45 to 50 minutes. I'm going to set my timer for 40 minutes, and then I start checking it then. And then it usually goes for about 45 to 50 minutes. All right, this is not going to be pretty, you guys, but I think it's going to taste amazing. We'll cut into it when it's done so we can see what it looks like on the inside. Oh my gosh, you guys, you bakers are going, this is silly and insane. All right, see you when it's done.